Let's go. All right. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called intramural season. In the summer of 2021, a group of daring and aspirational NUTV members decided to take on one of the toughest challenges this club has ever faced, playing intramural kickball. Despite their unbridled enthusiasm, they failed to win a single game during the short summer season. But that didn't stop them. In the fall of that same year, NUTV returned to the intramural scene. They fielded two teams this time, Broomball and Ultimate Frisbee, and they seemed poised to finally take home a W. But the world of Northeastern intramurals is an unjust world, filled with unbridled chaos and blatant disregard for the laws of nature. Throughout the 2021 and 2022 intramural seasons, under the tutelage of former sports director, the late great Tommy DiMartino, the Broomball and Ultimate teams actually became something of a big deal for the club. The team spirit and positive mental attitude that made the original teams great only continued to grow. But the intramural gods don't care. Many of our members would give anything to learn what this club did to displease them in our previous life when we uploaded videos to iTunes instead of YouTube. But we'll never know. All we do know is that as punishment, the intramural gods have rained down one bizarre setback after another upon our teams. Like that one time when we lost an entire period of a broomball game because they needed to clean our goalie's blood off the ice. And that other time when the former sports director nearly got into a fight with an opposing team. And that other time when the opposing Ultimate team showed up 10 minutes late, but the intramural gods still let them play without forfeiting. And the other time when the opposing volleyball team literally stopped playing mid-game because they had to explain how to play volleyball to us. And that other time when we played the board game club in Ultimate Frisbee and they ran a play that consisted entirely of laying down in the middle of the field. There was also that one Ultimate game where the other team correctly called a foul on us. I mean, how dare they? And who can forget that one time when the intramural gods scheduled two of our dodgeball games on both Beanpot Mondays? Inexcusable. But whatever we did to upset the intramural gods, it seems as though we've finally done our time. Because I'm pleased to announce that on the 25th day of September in the year of our Lord 2022, on the hallowed ice of historic Matthews Arena, the NUTV Intramural Broomball team won a game. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sports Not Live. Speaking of winning, I'd like to talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars, the former official football team of NUTV. Regular viewers of SNL will recall when they failed to win a game after we endorsed them and then finally won a game after we rescinded our endorsement. This year, they've gotten off to a 2-1 start, which I think officially confirms that the NUTV endorsement means nothing but bad times for whichever unlucky team it happens to be bestowed upon. With that in mind, I'd like to talk for a moment about one of the great rivalries in the history of sports. A rivalry as storied as the Yankees and Red Sox or the Bears and Packers. I'm talking about the age-old story of a film club and a religious group going toe-to-toe in the oldest continuously operating hockey arena in the world. Way back in 2021, we played our first broomball game against the Catholic Center at Northeastern, and we suffered a crushing defeat. Then we played their second team. A TikTok we filmed at this game received a number of views that I would be able to tell you if I had TikTok on my phone. But unfortunately, we still lost. It's okay. They had the power of God and anime on their side. Anyway, as of the time of filming, we're just 2 days away from our next matchup with our broomball arch rivals, and we're looking to change our luck with one simple maneuver. I am proud to give the official NUTV endorsement to the second team from the Catholic Center at Northeastern, 2 Kings 224. And he turned around, and when he saw them, he cursed them in the name of the Lord. And 2 she-bears came out of the woods and tore 42 of the boys. Now I think some other members have some other individuals or entities or teams of some kind that they'd like to endorse. Take it away, gang.
Speaking of rivalries, it's once again college hockey season, and everybody on Huntington Ave is getting fired up to see their favorite teams come out and compete in the Beanpot and beyond. So while we're on that subject, I would like to take a moment to endorse probably the safest bet for a good season in Boston, the Boston University Terriers, the official college athletics program of Northeastern University Television.
NUTV's Department of Operations would like to endorse Northeastern University ITS. Thank you for always being so prompt, helpful, and never giving us any problems.
We at NUTV would love to endorse the people who ring our doorbell who are not there for NUTV. We know you exist. Escúcheme? Escúcheme, niño. We know you exist. You can't hide from us.
We at Northeastern University TV would love to endorse the Northeastern University Cauldron Yearbook, and they're one member that we actually share an office with.
Whitehall.
With the 2022-23 NBA season on its way, ESPN decided to release its list of top 100 players in the NBA. And well, just like the campus Wi-Fi, it was trash. I don't think ESPN knows that if you actually want to be in the top 100, you have to actually play the sport. Rookie number 95 Keegan Murray has played the same number of NBA minutes as I have, and somehow is in the top 25% of all players. Does that mean I have a chance? At number 76 is the most fearless player to ever lace up on the court, Ben Simmons. Well, he didn't actually play the last season due to back issues, which I'm sure every college kid can relate to. He spent most of his time actually waiting for the circus audition as his team was getting the living daylight beat out of them. Number 76 might be reaching, and 76 is the number that's going to haunt him for the rest of his life. At number 65 is fashion icon Russell Westbrook, and this one's kind of hard to judge. Some still have him as a top player, and others want him out of the league. Regardless, I just want to take this time to thank Russell Westbrook for all the bricks that he shot throughout the season. We, as part of the university, are going to use them to build a library that actually has proper ventilation. Why not? And at number 33 is the man who's most likely to burn that library down to the ground, Kyrie Irving. He spent more time burning sage on the floor than he did shooting the actual basketball. And I'm pretty sure he spends most of his time levitating in midair while throwing knives at poster of Anthony Fauci. But hey, Kyrie is one of my favorite players, and I hope he returns and makes his mark on the league. And if he doesn't, he'll always be the greatest basketball player to ever play, from the National Flat Earth Society. At number 20 is Anthony Davis, who I forgot actually played basketball. Okay, that's a lie. I was actually playing as him on 2K until he sprained his ankle 3 minutes into the game. If he does end up staying healthy, and that is a massive if, he might just help the Lakers get back to winning ways. What's the worst that could happen to someone who has been inches away from death on multiple occasions? At number 11 is the shape-shifting traveler himself, James Harden. I'm not gonna lie, this man fell off big time, so I'm surprised he's even on the list, let alone top 15. Let's hope he doesn't enter the season looking like he just spent all his dining dollars on Popeyes. Okay, let's talk about the big boys now. LeBron James, the greatest of his era, if not all time, nearly led the league in scoring at 5,000 years old and has finally followed the paths of the greats before him by going bald. And where does he end up? That's right, 6th place. And Steph Curry, the guy who just broke the three-point record, won the championship, and has a student center named after him, is at number 5? Man, the guy that ranked ahead of them has to be some sort of monster. And just to round this off, in second was the guy who spends his off-season horse riding in Serbia, and the number 1 NBA player is a guy that carries a bell that says, "Ring for blowjob." Well, I learned 2 things from this list. Number 1, ESPN is officially off my co-op list. And number 2, regular human beings like you and me actually have a chance at making the top 50. So don't give up on your dreams, go out there, experience life, and follow your true passions. Unless you're this guy.
That's right. I'm talking about the age-old story of a film club and a religious group going toe-to-toe in the oldest continuously operating... All right, take it from the beginning of with that in mind. And you also kind of move the camera a little bit just now. That's all right.